Well, hello and a wonderful day it is. Today I am going to show you how to make decongestant shower or bath bombs, whatever you want to use it for. It's a fun practice that I finally figured out, I hope. I still have sometimes a little bit of trouble and I have to add more stuff in. I think it just depends on what kind of oils you use as well. But so we're starting here. I got this already in here in my bowl. Is a half a cup of baking soda. We're adding to this a quarter cup of cornstarch. And then a quarter cup of citric acid powder, and it's important that you use the right thing for that for sure, otherwise it's not gonna work. That's what's gonna make it bubbly, I can't really think of the word, like it just makes it explode and bubbles and steams up. So when you put these in the shower, the best thing is you put them somewhere in the stream of where your water runs. And it's great, these ones, especially in the wintertime when we have a little bit the sniffles or a cough coming on or something. It's just helping you clear your nasal passages. So what we're gonna add is a tablespoon of witch hazel, and I'm gonna be a little bit more careful and just maybe start with a little less, and I can always put more in there. I had a little bit of trouble with it, so exactly that's what happens. So it kind of creates a chemical reaction and starts bubbling. So if you put a little bit too much of that in, what happens is it gets too moist and you can't really pack it anymore, or you can pack it in. So what I use actually for that is little ice cube trays. You can use any baking trays or whatever, like little muffin trays for that as well, that are made of the rubbery stuff. All right, so now we're gonna put our oils in it. So I'm gonna put 4 drops of lavender in here. Then obviously peppermint for decongesting. It's got this wonderful, wonderful flavor. So I find too when I put peppermint in it, it starts bubbling a little bit. So there's 4 drops of that. And then we have 4 drops of eucalyptus globulus. I think you can use the eucalyptus radiata as well. Shouldn't make a difference for that. So that should really help you when you're in the shower in the morning. Just get you breathing. I can smell this already. It's amazing. I'm actually going to use the fork for that. That makes a bit more sense in that case. Now I'm making that for myself. Normally, if I would do that for giving away or for selling them, I would definitely have gloves on to make sure that nothing is on my hands, but I did wash my hands, of course. But it is so important right now, so I need a little bit more of the witch hazel. We just really don't want to put too much of it in. So what I do, I rather put it in stages in, because what happens actually, so if you put too much of this in and you start packing it in your little slots here, it starts bubbling in there, and you just can't get the consistency you want anymore. So I had that happen a few times, and then I just have to take it out and start all over again. I think we put a few more drops in there. So it actually, when you have this in your bowl, it looks like it's really too dry to do anything with it, but trust me, it has to be dry. It has to be a dry enough consistency not to keep bubbling and bubbling and bubbling. If you see that it's bubbling and bubbling in your bowl already, what you can do is just add a little bit more of the cornstarch and the baking powder, and that will help. So I think we have it a good enough consistency now. I don't want to put more in there, otherwise we're gonna have happen exactly what I told you. And then basically what I will do is take a spoon and just pack that in here. So you have to really pack it in. I really have to pack it in. I show you. So see how I keep putting it in and pushing it down so that it's really packed in. Oops. Handy. Now I turned it over and it came out. That was not the intent. So just keep pushing it in. You get the idea. So just keep pushing it in basically, and make sure that it's filled fairly to the top, or you can fill it a little less. It depends how big you want them. I find they don't have to be as big, but so if you go in the shower, it's nice to have them that big because it just lasts through one shower. Sometimes I find, depending on how much water I use or how long my shower is, it might last for Dan as well afterwards. So then he can enjoy it a little bit. So that's decongestant shower or bath bombs. If you have any questions or comment, please post below or send me a direct message and I'll be happy to help. And obviously I use Young Living essential oils. Young Living has a seed to seal guarantee, and I know exactly when I use my oils from the time they're planted to harvest to in the lab to in this bottle and labeled, that we know where it has been, and I can go to any of their farms or laboratories and see the process, which really means a lot to me. We know it's all natural. It's done, planted organically and sustainably. It's a wonderful company to be part of. If you want to know more about that, please let me know. I joined Young Living just to use their products, and I'm building a little business for myself. It's an extra income for me that helps me during these times when I don't get a lot of pets to sit. So it's my little sidekick business, and it keeps my house chemical free. Till next time, see you soon.